Here we are for the guided tour of the parliament. I thought now I'm here, we have discovered there is a parliament, so why not do a quick guided tour and see how it is. First of all is the security check, so I will come back after that. Here are the lockers to put the stuff before the tour starts. Here are some pamphlets for information.
So there you go.
This is Terminal 5, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Government is teaching children using comics.
when it was, maybe I should.
However, I have to tell you straight away, I've got a little blue T on my access card, which means tjänsteman or civil servant, employee. So I'm not a politician, so I can't answer any political questions, but I can answer any questions that are about how our Swedish democratic system works, the history of these buildings, the history of our parliament, the art that we have inside of these buildings. So all kinds of questions that you might have concerning these things you can ask. For our system that we have this kind of transparency, you can also after each voting process go to our website and read in a list how each MP has voted. Because these 349 people represent all of us living in Sweden, we have the right to see what kind of decisions they make, because these are the people that we have elected. Red and yellow and has a green rooftop. Now the snow is melting, you can see the green rooftop again. And that is the Ministry on Foreign Affairs. So that is a ministry belonging to the government. However, main offices. We've already seen the Ministry on Foreign Affairs on the corner, the building next to it, a smaller beige building with black rooftop and black balconies. That is our Prime Minister's official residence. So that is our Downing Street, so to speak. This is where our Prime Minister lives, and it's also used for official governments. By the way, we had a turnout of 84% last year, which is quite high compared to other European countries. After general elections, the first person to be elected is a speaker of the
Wow. It's quite massive. It's for 300 plus MPs they have in the parliament.
I suppose this is your first time visiting our parliament and the chamber. Do you have any first thoughts, any reactions?
Yeah, I mean, even visiting that chamber makes you anxious. It's very old,
It's very big, it's very open, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole room in itself. Yeah. Only one chamber was directly chosen by the people, and a single chamber system was seen as the more democratic option, because this way all of our MPs are directly elected by the public in general elections. Over here, so whenever you have a look at Swedish news on the TV, this is probably the room that you're waiting to see it. And these light yellow walls represent the new chamber that was built 40 years ago.
Here we are going now to the old parliament building where they used to have two chambers. Now they only have one chamber, which is the lower house, what we call it in a two-chamber parliamentary system. And this building used to be the Central Bank of Sweden, which they basically acquired to be part of the parliament because they needed more space. Here we are, into the green colors. Wow, wow, wow. What a painting. Very, very nice. As you can see, very well maintained as well, I must say. Wow, look at this one. This is the old architecture. New one does not stand in front of it in any form or sense.
This building was completed, or our parliament could move into this building in 1905. So almost at the same time as the Central Bank of Sweden moved into their premises. And the two buildings were built by the same architect as well, Aron Johansson. The second chamber on one side, first chamber on the other side. Let's go to the first chamber on this side.
This is the old chamber, guys. Not used anymore, I guess. It looks more royal. The architecture is very different in every section of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Wonderful.
Told you all of the history of this building. This used to be the Central Bank of Sweden until 1976, and when the Bank of Sweden moved out of these premises, Parliament moved back here, and the two buildings were combined and a new chamber was built on top of us. So this is what you can see over here. And I'll just help you find your way back to the wardrobe. If you've got any more questions, feel free to ask me along the way or when we go downstairs. I've got a few more minutes after this.
So yeah, that was a tour of Parliament, which was not planned in a day, but we did that. So hope you enjoyed. See you next time.